Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Boxing Day, Merry Christmas, all of that lark. I can't quite believe we're here because I get a message from Sam at 4:05 saying, where are you? We're supposed to be streaming. And I'm in the middle of a board game with Yells, which I don't think she's really enjoying that much. So I think she was a little bit relieved to see that message flash up on my phone. But yeah, hastily put together stream because I completely forgot about it. But here we are. How you doing, Sam?
I'm all the better now you're here, Az. I was sitting here by myself with a Pepsi and some bubbles thinking, this isn't very Christmassy, is it? Just me on my own. Haven't got any questions to answer. But now you're here, life is better.
I know. Well, that's nice. And what I liked about it was, sometimes, not that working for Scout is a job in the normal sense, but normally, I'd give you a wait. I'd say, well, Sam, I haven't put anything together. I'm not really ready.
No.
Normally people would be like, okay, that's fine. We'll do it another day. You were not letting me off this one. So
it's like we're doing it. We're here. We've got to have a Boxing Day stream. We can't. I mean, there's a deadline in like a couple of hours. Like we've got to have a stream. Let's get going.
Yeah, we have. And actually, I haven't streamed for a while, so I've been I'm probably a little bit rusty on this.
I wasn't letting you miss 2 Q&As in a row now.
No,
come on,
that is true.
Phillips.
Two Q&As and a black box as well. I haven't done anything for a while. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you've all had a lovely Christmas Day. Was yours nice? You have a nice?
Oh, it was delightful.
Oh,
it's been lovely actually. Really nice. Nice
Good.
family day yesterday. We've got my mother-in-law around today, so we've been out for lunch. Evie's building some Lego. I don't know what Max is doing, probably playing Fortnite. And now I'm talking to you before I go and make dinner for everyone. So yeah,
Lovely.
perfect day. And then some football tonight.
FPL team sorted, locked in, transfers made.
Oh, Az. So I was one of those that made an early transfer on Saturday. So
Saga
I did.
out?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't want Ekatike. I decided I wanted.
Yeah,
Jared
why would
Bowen.
you? Liverpool's
I mean, who
only
knows?
fit forward playing Wolves. Yeah, it's fine.
I know. I was like, no. I want Jared Bowen. You know what I'm like. Sometimes I just I get this idea in my head, and I'm like, no, I don't want this player who's the only fit forward that Liverpool have got against Wolves, who are awful. Instead, I want the number 9 for. Who actually is not even really the number 9 anymore. I want the West Ham team's captain. That's what I really need in my life. Yep. I need Jared Bowen from a team that are playing terribly. So I did Thiago to Jared Bowen, and I was really happy. I was looking at my team. I was really pleased until Bruno Fernandes got injured, and I was like, what do I do now? So I thought, well, I've got 2 options. I can either play Josh King, who's lost his spot. No thanks. Or I can play Mickey van der Ven away at Crystal Palace. No thanks. Or I can take a hit. So I took a -4.
Oh, okay. Everything's hotting up now.
It's hotting up. So, and I didn't do that.
I'm guessing you either got Kuna or Verts, right?
Yes. I got Verts because I love to be bitten. I love to be bitten as by that man. Verts loves to troll me. So I thought, why not? We're all in on a -4. Let's go back to being hurt by Verts again. I just thought, like, everyone else is going to get Ekatike, aren't they? So let's go Verts, because also I prefer the fixture for Verts today or tomorrow. And if I decide that actually he's terrible, then I can always go Verts to Cunha and target Wolves again next week, was my thinking. What have you done?
Well, I didn't do the early move. I was all set to sell Saka.
You?
Well, I sold Saka. I sold Rice for Semenyo last week, which was a pretty bad move, I think. I could have used the extra transfer. Obviously, Rice outscored him anyway.
Yeah.
Now Semenyo's got all these links with City and all that stuff. I got scared by that Burnley fixture, and I thought I probably need to get some attacking coverage of that. And he got a goal. It wasn't a complete disaster, but I probably
could have been better.
Waited. Yeah, but then I saw Rice do one. And I was like, I don't know why I sold him. I've been backing him all season. So yeah, I was going to do Saka down to Rice and then move for Ekatike. As soon as that Isak injury happened, I was basically just all set on Ekatike. I think it's just sometimes you just get these opportunities in FPL and it just feels a bit wrong not to take it.
Yeah.
But then I went through all the, once Bruno got the injury, I then thought, well, I could actually just do Bruno to Verts. I could upgrade elsewhere. Maybe I don't need to focus on that.
Yeah.
But in the end, a long way of saying, I did get Ekatike. I did Bruno Fernandes just to a 4.3 mid. Devaney, I think I got the Palace.
Oh yeah, the Palace guy. Yep.
And then Mark Gu up to Ekatike.
So what, you've now got a front three again?
I've got a front three again. Yes, I've got a very different route to you because I've kept Thiago. I've got Ekatike
well, he's bound
over
to
Wirtz.
punish me.
Yeah, I hope so. So we've gone very different directions with, which is good. Which is good. It's good to have a bit of.
I think
direction.
It was interesting because obviously did the fantasy show last Friday with Harry, and we were both in the studio Friday morning. It was just the two of us sat in the green room, and we were chatting, and he was like, "Oh, Bowen, but Bowen's going to go up," and there was all this like, "Is Bowen going to go up tonight?" And I was like, "I can't afford that to happen. I need it to be Saturday." And in the end, it was Saturday, but he was going up and Thiago was coming down, and I was like, actually, I just don't have the wiggle room in my budget. So if I want to do Bowen, it has to be now, and I have to just accept the fact I can't get a Ekatike. And before the Bruno injury, I was kind of like, well, I'm sort of happy to accept no Liverpool, weirdly, against Wolves, because I quite liked the rest of my team. I wasn't prepared for hits and stuff, but the Bruno injury just meant I had to do something, and I thought, well, in which case it's Wirtz, isn't it? Surely, if we go like I get him for Wolves, and then I can always get Cunha for Wolves, because I do worry a little bit about Manchester United in the late game tonight, because we've got no Bruno, no Ahmad, no Mbeumo. Like, what are they actually going to look like?
Well, I've got Chow playing tonight.
So you actually don't want them to be any good.
I know. So I know a lot of people have moved for Cunha already, but I'm one of the few who is back.
Waiting.
Well, Newcastle have got some of the best defensive numbers of all away sides. I think they might be top actually for XGC.
Okay.
But it hasn't really helped them because their away form hasn't been great. And I think we all look at Newcastle and think, well, great at home, not so great away. But I do look at United and think, this is Manchester United, not Newcastle. I think, well, how are they going to get the service to Cunha? Like,
who's managing it? Like, where's the leadership in that team coming from? I mean, Casemiro, I suppose, but I don't know. I worry that midfield might get a bit bullied. Mason Mount's bullyable. Like, if Newcastle go in hard on him, like he's containable. So that's why I kind of wanted to wait and see on Cunha. I didn't love the match tonight. Next week, obviously, it's Wolves. Then,
yeah,
fine. But it's easy enough to get him next week. I can just go from Wirtz to him if Wirtz lets me down.
The thing is, I mean, Cunha, we saw at Wolves, right? He was playing in a worse team at Wolves. You could,
for sure.
You could argue, and he managed to create stuff out of nothing. That's the kind of player he is. So I don't think he's a bad move, and you've got him ahead. I can see why people have done it. Yeah, I think you can afford to wait one more week.
And I think if you've already got Ekatike, you probably don't want to go Ekatike and Wirtz. That's a lot of eggs in a Liverpool basket, isn't it?
I would have done, I think.
Would you?
If I could have afforded it, I would have probably done Thiago and Fernandes to Wirtz and Ekatike and really gone for it. I haven't even. Well, we'll answer the question in a second, but I'm doing one other exciting thing as well this week, Sam.
What else are you doing?
Ekatike captain.
Right.
So it's going to be a real, season definer between us two, I think.
You trust him?
I trust that Wolves are the worst team I think I've ever seen in the Premier League.
What, even worse than Southampton?
I think they are, yeah.
Do you? They might be. The captaincy as...
There you go. Honest FPL. I'm also Ekatike captain.
I must admit, I think if I had Ekatike, I would be tempted. I think with Wirtz, like I've been bitten by that man so many times that I'm not sure I could.
Fear or no, I have Ekatike captain third week in my team. It's going to be a disaster. Obviously it's going to be a disaster. But at 3.4 million, I need to start just thinking about little ways, and an away game for City versus Anfield, Boxing Day. Also, there's a lot of extra motivation. Is it really motivation? That's probably the wrong word, isn't it? But there's a lot of eyes on the game against Wolves because of everything obviously that happened in the. So I think it has all the hallmarks of just a really open, exciting game, as opposed to Wolves sitting back for 90 minutes and trying to absorb. I think I just think there's got to be goals in this one. It's going to be an emotional day, and obviously, and a lot of the time emotions lead to mistakes.
Do you know? I didn't think of that. I did not think about that.
Well, it
will be a factor. Yeah, it will be.
It's potentially a factor, or it's a useless narrative that shouldn't make sense. I just think not Forest away. I think is. I went to the Fulham game. Oh my god! Oh my god! Forest was so bad. But I was with Mark, and Mark was just like, we're always like this away from home. He's like, at home, different story. We'll play. We'll use the midfield. Away from home, it's get the ball, chuck
Yeah,
it
but in some
upfield.
ways, as if they play and use the midfield, that will just feed into City's hands, won't it? Forest trying to play.
Yeah, good point. Milenkovic, though. Milenkovic versus Haaland. That's better than... I can't even name the Wolves centre-back. I'm sorry, Wolves fans. I don't even know your team. And I've given you so little thought. Do you know the Wolves centre-back pairing?
It's Mascara.
And...
I don't know who the other one
Thank
is.
you. If you just rattled them both out.
I don't know who the other one is.
No,
well,
me neither.
because again, like, you know, I guess you look at it and you're like, well, they're a team to target, not a team to invest in, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'm only looking at Wolves because I'm looking to see who plays them. So,
Yeah.
and of course this week's it's Liverpool at home. So I don't know. I get it. And I also think that what you said before is right. Like sometimes you're looking for little wins, right? And it's opportunities to just go outside of the captaincy now. And I think you're maybe in a similar position to what I was last week. So in the end, I did triple captain Haaland last week, which is great and you know, green arrow and lovely. But I did seriously consider the triple captain on Foden because it felt like an opportunity for another one of those little wins.
Yeah.
Because it was like, well, you know, maybe there's an opportunity here to just look outside of the big man. Still bank on Man City.
That would have been brutal
it would have been
swings.
It would have been a disaster, right? It would have been a
Season-ending,
complete disaster.
40 points, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Foden does nothing, and it is a bit unlucky to be fair to do nothing because you know if Haaland scores the first attempt, then he gets the assist, and maybe it's a different game for him. But yeah, and I think that moment and those moments where I've kind of tried to sway against Haaland this season for me have gone badly. Like the other two have been with Saka. One of them was a complete disaster. The second one wasn't, but it still ended up with Haaland beating him. And I think that's made me more... It's made me more wary with the captaincy. And so Wirtz isn't somebody I would trust. If I had Ekatike, I do think there is a broader conversation to be had about it. And I get that one as an option. Whereas I think with Wirtz, you can't captain Wirtz, can you?
No, well, this was what swayed me because I was thinking of doing Wirtz in and Tarkovsky in and using because I had 2 frees.
Okay.
Overton looked great, you know, fixture wise, you know, go for Wirtz. But then I would have stuck with Haaland captain, and Haaland captain isn't a bad move. I think a lot of people can be going there, rightfully so. But I think this is an opportunity to go against it, and we'll see how big a problem is. What I don't want to do is like just end this season with a whimper, just always taking the safe option and not risking it.
No, I get that.
You know, so yeah, I'm gonna go for it, and yeah, hopefully there's a few people in the chat that can that do it as well, and we'll see how it goes. FPL Borat's first mention of Calvert-Lewin. Can you believe I bought in Calvert-Lewin when I sold him?
Do you want to just like scratch the itch? Do you want to just get it off your chest?
No.
The thing is now, every time he does anything, I think of you. Like even the Premier League yesterday, or was it even this morning? They did a little Instagram post, and it was like players at Christmas. Like you know the pictures the players are posting. There's one of Dominic Calvert-Lewin and his wife, and he's like holding up his. I think it's a daughter. I can't remember if it's a son or a daughter. But he's holding his kid up, who's putting a star on the tree. And I looked at it, and my immediate thought wasn't, "Oh, what a nice picture it was." Oh, because now I just associate Dominic Calvert-Lewin with you.
Can I read you the points in which Calvert-Lewin got since I bought him?
Yeah, go on.
2-2-2-1-1.
And one of those ones was on your free hit, right?
Sorry, no, 2-2-2-2-1-1. Right? So 7 games. I played him in 4 of those, I think, 5 of those. One of them being the bench boost. Yeah. The bench boost was the last one, the one against Aston Villa when he didn't start. Since then, 7-9, 6-9, 13, 6 goals in 5 games.
He's ultimate trolling of you.
I sold him for Thiago, who was blanked in every game I've owned him for. I'm not happy.
I don't blame you either. And the thing is, none of us help because we just have to mention it. Like even Lee, what did Lee say to you the other day? He said you something, didn't he, about he said he sent a text saying,
yeah.
Lee's you must be enjoying those Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Oh, Lee's been a bloody nightmare, to be honest. He's been the worst one.
He's a nightmare.
He's been the worst one. I think what hurts the most is being so close. That's a song, isn't it? Not that. I mean, actually, that is very apt. Actually, that does work. I was so close. But no, what hurts is the mockery I got for bringing him in originally, for playing him.
I remember. I gave you so much abuse.
Relentless mockery for it, and then I get rid of him, and then it's like the worst decision in the world. He could have been a hero for me, but whatever.
He chose war with you.
He
He
choose
could have
war.
gone, look, this guy, he trusts me. He's respecting me. He's brought me into his team. He could have chose to be your hero. Instead, he chose utter war.
But Sam, he's an advert for stats. For everything Scout's about, looking at stats, looking at numbers. Eventually, if you consistently post good stats, good XGI numbers, whether you're Haaland or Calvert-Lewin, whoever you are, eventually the returns will come, and that's the lesson here.
Nobody ever compares Dominic Calvert-Lewin with Erling Haaland in the same sentence. He's only
outscored him, I think, over the last 5 weeks, hasn't he?
Probably. So he's triple captain, Tim.
Oh, God, terrible. Anyway, that's not helpful. Can you believe I bought in Dominic Calvert-Lewin when I sold him?
We all should have done that. As soon as
No,
you
I
sold him,
can't.
we all should have gone there.
I can't, but yeah. Winsley says, is Foden a good captaincy pick? I'll let you take that one, given you nearly went there.
Do you know, it's really difficult, this one, because, and Harry and I said it on the FPL show last week, I think it's really hard to pick a different Man City captain, because if you are saying you think Man City are going to win the game, and then you back against Haaland to be the one that scores, when he is usually the one that scores, he's their goal scorer, the number 9, the penalties, all that jazz. Like, that's effectively what you're doing, isn't it? You're saying you think that City will win the game and do well, but I don't think it's you. I think it's going to be somebody else. And I just think that there's always, it's risk reward. So last week it would have gone really, really badly, and actually over the last few weeks, it's not many weeks where that would go well, like where Foden would massively have outperformed Haaland. So for me, I think if we're going to do something rogue like you're going to do and go against him with the main striker for Liverpool against Wolves, that's reasonable. To go against him with a midfielder from his own team who doesn't have the penalties and all of that, that feels... I just think that there's so much that could go wrong with that.
I think the problem is that if you're... exactly like you say, I'm thinking of going Gatica because I think the City and Forest game, it could be lower scoring. It might not be. Haaland scored hat-trick since Forest and before. They're not the same team they were last year. All that stuff. I get all that. But I think it has a higher probability of being a lower scoring game than something like Liverpool Wolves. Yeah. If you don't agree with that and you think City are going to win that game comfortably,
then it's Haaland.
I think going with the option that has less routes to points because it doesn't have penalties, has less good stats, has obviously been great, but you're flipping a coin in that sense, and you're saying heads when there's a 30% chance that it's heads. Yeah. Whereas there's other variables that play into other captains. I wouldn't do it personally. I just don't. I don't get it.
I'm with you.
Winsley says, I went with my gut feeling with Foden triple captain versus Leeds. Yeah, it can work. Obviously, it can work in any week, but a lot of FPL was probability, right? And I would say in any week, Haaland versus Foden, you would back Haaland over him. So I wouldn't personally do it. Aaron Chen, if you have to pick a fourth defender, Van der Berg or Mukiele? Van der Berg with Bournemouth at home, Mukiele with Leeds at home.
The problem with Mukiele and Alderete, if you bracket him in there in the same conversation, is that Sunderland at home are very different to Sunderland away. So you have to make sure that in the weeks where you would want to play that fourth defender, it's weeks where Sunderland are at home, because I wouldn't want to play them away from home. Whereas Van den Berg, I'm going to bring the fixture ticker up. Van den Berg feels like, for me anyway, like I think he's probably the one I would go to, because he's easier to bench.
It's a similar-ish thing with Brentford and Sunderland, isn't it? They're both much better at home.
That is true. So right, let's not go that far. We don't need 10 game weeks. Let's make it 5 game weeks. So over the next 5, where are they? So Sunderland have got Leeds at home, followed by Man City at home, Tottenham away, Brentford away, Palace at home. Those 3 home fixtures, Man City and Palace, I would think would probably score. Although Palace have been a bit awful. So that's them. And then Brentford, where are they? Oh, they're much higher up. So Bournemouth at home, Tottenham at home, Everton away, Sunderland at home, Chelsea away. The home fixtures are better for Brentford.
That's what I'd go with. I think if you're looking at 2 players with playing for teams who are better at home, go with the player with better home games.
Yeah, I would too.
I would do Van der Berg.
Yeah.
That's
Me too.
agreeing. It's a Christmas
It's
miracle.
Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle.
Atom, Lefay or Alderete? I nearly got Lefay. It's going to be one of those ones where he scores and I'm like, oh, I nearly got Lefay. Oh, like Rodgers. I nearly got Rodgers 2 weeks ago. That would have been nice.
Oh.
But yeah, Lefay looks interesting, right? He's done all right lately on penalties. 4.9 million.
Home fixture. It's tough, this one, actually. Because it's a home fixture, so Alderete probably is the week to play him. But I think you back the attacker, given they're on set pieces.
I don't really want to bench either of them this week.
No.
I think I'd play the attacker. If he was just an attacker, I'd say it's like
just a
coin
cheap
flip.
attacker as well.
Lefay's on pens. That's the
He's
difference.
on pens.
You always play the penalty taker, I think,
Yeah.
when you're 50-50.
Yeah.
Because Leeds could score in the first 5 minutes and then you're screwed. Whereas you play Lefay...
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he probably will.
We don't talk about him anymore.
Don't mention him.
I think you play. I think you play Lefay.
Yeah.
Quite a few people talking about Wilson.
Harry or Callum?
This would be Harry. So Joseph Maloney, best Wilson replacement, 0.6 short of Cunha. Firano says starts Bruno G or Wilson. Generally speaking, what do you think about Wilson? I've got some thoughts on it because I was at the game when I saw him get injured.
Injured himself, absolute monkey.
I'm going to go one step further. When he got injured, he's absolutely fine. He's absolutely fine. I saw him, right? He went in for a tackle, and it was an awful tackle. It was completely mistimed. And then he rolled around on the ground for ages. And
but why?
Because I genuinely think they do it because they think they're going to get away with it. Referee went over.
To try not to get booked?
Yeah, referee went over, booked him straight away. He went over to the sidelines. He talked to Silva. He ran back onto the pitch. And I'm not joking, 15 seconds later, he sprinted from one side of the pitch to the other to try a similar tackle, but this time made it. It looked absolutely fine. And then Silva came out today and said, oh, it looked worse than what it was. I didn't think it looked bad when I was there.
So what you're saying is that Harry Wilson's made it up?
I think he made it up. I think he made it up and it's all this elaborate, like, smoke and mirrors type thing.
What was the benefit of this? What would be Harry Wilson? What's he gaining?
Well, he thought maybe he could get away with not getting booked.
Yeah, but then when he was booked, why is he still going on about it?
Well, he's not. He's not really, because they asked him if Harry Wilson was all right, and Silva said, well, it looked worse than it was. He's probably fine, but then it adds a little. You can add a little bit of, they love adding a little bit of deception. They love adding a little bit of deception, don't they? Because it's
smoke and mirrors. These managers,
smoke and mirrors, because it means team sheets come out. You don't know who he's going to start.
Yeah, but you're not really trying to trick West Ham, are you? Come on.
I will eat this hat that I'm wearing, this lovely Santa hat, if Harry Wilson does not start against West Ham.
I can't wait for that picture. I can't wait. When is that game?
It's tomorrow, I think.
Right, you know what's happening on Monday, don't you? If Harry Wilson doesn't start...
I'll get the gravy out. I'll fill out this hat with the gravy.
Because when I see you, I want to see that hat being eaten with a knife and fork.
He got a knock. He's starting. He's way too important to that team not to play. I'm just sure he'll play. Like I've got absolutely no doubt. So I think if you're debating selling him, just don't. Like just give him West Ham. I think it's fine. In Firano's example, start Bruno G or Wilson. I think that's tougher because I think Bruno G versus United is a good game. I think
I do too.
He could do well in that. So
they don't keep clean sheets at all, Manchester United, do they? They never do.
I think that's close.
Yeah, but then you would want Harry Wilson versus West Ham if he's fit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I mean, it could be he could also be using it as a reason. If he subs him early to give him a bit of a rest, it takes a bit of the pressure off, doesn't it?
Brings him on late. Yeah.
Oh,
well, it's Guimaraes, he's going to play.
Yeah, I think it's really close between them.
I think if you do want a replacement though, and so Cunha's 8. So if you're 0.6, what did Joseph say? He was 0.6 away, so he can afford 7.5, 7.4 rather. Rodgers, probably 7.3.
Just get him in early.
Yeah, I mean Chelsea. girls can't hear me probably. They
She
could score.
screamed from the living room. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe she saw a spider. Maybe it was the thought of you eating a hat on Monday. Monday. He could score against Chelsea. I don't think he would have bet against Arsenal. Right, they'll have a grudge to hold after the last time they played each other. There's Rice, I suppose, if you don't have your 3 Arsenal. There's not really anyone else I'd want unless you go or take it right down, take the money out, put it somewhere else.
Yeah, you're answering a different question to the ones on the screen. You confused me.
No, I'm talking about the one that
you're
you
talking
read
about Joseph.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think I would just go to Rodgers early.
Yeah, I would as well. Yeah, it's Rodgers or Rice, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're your 2.
Yeah. So I think I'd just go early on Rodgers. The other one, what would I do? I think I played Bruno against a depleted Manchester United attack. And a defence that doesn't keep clean sheets.
I think I would as well.
Have they even kept any? Let's have a look.
I would play Bruno, but I think it's very close between them.
They've kept 1 clean sheet all season, Man United. One clean sheet in 17.
Newcastle score. I mean, I'd love a 0-0, but I think Newcastle probably score. Yeah, I'd go Bruno G. But I wouldn't really want to bench either of them.
No, because West Ham.
Yeah. GW18, born in the same year as me. Legend.
Oh, youngsters, both of
90s
you.
child. Hi guys, benching Minte or Fofana? Minte, Arsenal away, Chelsea, Villa at home. Does Fofana definitely start?
Let's have a look. How many has he started recently? Do you know, Fofana's not a player I don't think I've even looked at the whole season.
He started 4 of the last 5. He probably can't start 3 in a week, but you'd think he probably misses Bournemouth. I reckon he probably starts this one.
Might get some DEFCON, mightn't he?
Yeah.
You're not scoring against Arsenal, I'm sorry.
No, I don't think we are.
So therefore you play Fofana and hope he starts.
I think you play Fofana. Also, Minte, petulant. Did you see him after he got subbed?
He was not happy, was he?
Refused to shake the hand of Ursula, straight down the tunnel. The good thing,
not very good, is it?
No, the good thing about him is that there's no one else that we can play right wing, so he's definitely going to start. But it's 2 early subs now in 3 games. I'm surprised.
To be fair, I can't talk about petulant with my captain, can I? With Romero.
Oh yeah.
So, we won't talk about petulance because my team is just bad as yours.
I'm sorry, but that game encapsulates everything about Spurs, which is so funny.
The best thing about it was...
It doesn't matter what manager you have. How do you still have these games where you get... I've never known a team like Spurs.
They just get fired up. And then all of a
so
sudden...
funny.
We went from, the world's most boring game...
Yeah.
It was just it was so dull until Xavi, for some unknown reason, decides to go and put full studs on his international captain. Nobody knows why. I don't even think Xavi knows why Xavi did. I think Xavi got up and thought, "Oh, why did I do that?" Or maybe Xavi is just much smaller than Virgil, and Virgil's legs are much longer, and he misjudged it. Who knows? But for whatever reason, Xavi just did a Xavi thing, and that was stupid. And then Romero. I mean, he obviously thought it was David Beckham for 5 minutes. So petulance at petulance.
The Romero one. I mean, they're both very annoying red cards to witness. There must be as a Spurs fan, but the Romero one is like, come on, because he gets a lot of stick. Obviously, for being quite hot-headed, getting a lot of red cards. But it feels to me like he's
calmed down.
For want of a better word, he stamped that out of his his game.
He had.
But then he goes and does that.
Well, the ref said something to him apparently that he was moaning about, but then he can't. He's got one of these personality traits where he can't just let it go. Like it's in his head then, and then it's like, even like, and it rubs off, and then so he's why has he got to kick out at him? Just like can I say, you've won the free kick, man. Just get up and go and stand in the goal. You might. Oh, anyway.
At least it's not your 2 best progressive passers of the ball getting banned for the same game.
I know. Well, the only positive about it is that Danzo is actually really good from a dead ball, and Palace are terrible at conceding from set pieces. So the long throw from Danzo might actually come good in this one, but I was not happy bunny with him.
No. I don't know how we ended up talking about Romero when we were talking about
because you were talking about petulance.
Petulance,
weren't
yes.
we?
Petulance.
But I think we were play for Fafana agreed.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. I think so.
Right. We've agreed a lot.
I know we have. Sushant says Ekatike captain. George Day says I'm still going Ekatike Duncan. I mean, I've already said earlier I'm doing the same. I'm going Ekatike captain. You said you would if you had him.
If I
you
had
would.
him, I think I'd take the punt. Yeah, it's Wolves, isn't it?
There's some decent looking captain options this week, but I think it boils down really to Haaland versus Ekatike.
I think so.
Yeah.
Who else would you put in there?
I actually had a look at some earlier, so let me find my list. You got Cunha at Newcastle. Yeah. If we think he's going to be the main man, taking pens, all of that. I mean, obviously we don't necessarily agree with that, but I mean, you could do. You've got potentially an Everton captain, like a Grealish or a Tarkowski against Burnley, if you want to target the Burnley games.
Do you know, I did seriously think about getting Grealish. Grealish is going to be the one that got away. Grealish is going to be the player that I'm going to annoy my husband by saying, oh, I so nearly got him. Because I, over the weekend, had decided that I was going to go Bruno to Grealish. That was my plan. And then I got the absolute fear of Liverpool because everyone was getting Ekatike, and I thought, right, well, this is getting ridiculous now. I'm going to have to get somebody from Liverpool. And so somehow I'm back with Florian, even though he's let me down.
Well, he's another one. He's another one you could go for if you want to bat Liverpool.
Can't captain him.
I think it's maybe a bit too much. You could go Arsenal. You could go Timber, Saka, or Rice.
Yeah.
I don't think we score, and this is coming from a usually fairly optimistic Brighton fan. I think Arsenal is just too good for us. I think Saka has got a big game in him at some point coming. Underlying stats are still good. I thought he was a lot better in the second half than he was in the first half in the last game. I think he's a bit unlucky. The Timber cutback and his shot, if that had gone in, I don't think there's mass sales of Saka that week. Or Rice. Or you could go for Rice. I think he certainly gets DEFCON against the midfield. He's going to have to be very busy in the midfield against us.
That's true.
And got the set pieces. So, I mean, there's a few. I mean, you could go Semenyo against Brentford. If again, another narrative, playing for this City move, all that stuff that featuring into it.
We're all going to have a problem, aren't we? If you've got, did you say you've got Semenyo?
I've got Semenyo. Yeah.
So you're going to have 4 City come January. Then you're going to have to be forced into a transfer.
No, I only have 3 because I haven't got O'Reilly, so I'm just on the 2.
Oh, have you not got O'Reilly yet?
No, he's sort of the one that's got away because I really wanted him. Yeah, I really wanted him. Tom Johnson says Palmer, and I think we should all be listening to everything Tom Johnson says because
everything that man touches turns to gold.
My God, he's having one. I've had that season once years ago, like 6 years ago, where it doesn't matter what you do, it just seems to work. Whereas I'm having the opposite of that now. Tom's having that this year. Should
we also give a little shout out to Mark Joblin, who is having the season of his life? I think he's now got 13 green arrows in a row, and he's at like 8K. It's unreal. Like it is unreal.
Why is he not in the? He's not in the mods and cons. Joblin
is he not?
I don't think so.
Joblin. If he was, he'd be right at the top. I'll have to have a look at the mods and cons list.
Well, Tom Johnson is second. He's at 70K.
Yeah, well, Joblin's at 8K.
Well, you should definitely get him in the mods and cons. He'd be winning it.
Yeah, he would be. I think he's worried that it's all going to go to pot, so he's just staying quiet and not talking about it.
Don't blame him. Ricardo J on a free hit. Grealish or Paqueta?
Grealish. I'd absolutely go Grealish. I think Grealish, this might be the game for Grealish.
I'm playing Dubravka, Sam.
Why are you doing that?
3.4 million.
Who's your other goalkeeper as? Oh, is it Verbruggen?
Raya. No, it's not. It's not really. It is Verbruggen, yeah.
That's fair enough. I think Grealish might be the highest scoring player this game week.
Oh, that's a big claim.
I really regret my life choices by not getting him. As soon as I bought Verts, I was like, oh, why have I done this?
My worry with Grealish is he's one of those players where his expected assist is always way higher than his expected goals. And then I look at who he's got around him to actually convert the chances.
Is it like Beto and Barry?
Beto, Barry, Dibbling.
Oh, I know us.
Like McNeil.
It is Burnley.
I think Burnley might surprise a few people this week.
I think Burnley will score because I've been saying for weeks now. Tom Johnson actually the other week he owes me an apology because I did when he stood in for you on the Q&A. I was talking about how Burnley always score, and it was really annoying because it wipes out a clean sheet. And then what happened on Saturday? wiped up my blimmin' Senesi clean sheet. He was on for 13 points,
Last
that man.
minute. Oh, don't.
Last minute. And then Senesi goes up the other end and puts it over the bar. I was
Don't.
like, what are you doing, man? Come on. And then the next day, lost the bonus point. So annoying.
Don't even get me started.
You got him as well?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Aaron Chen says, Sam's tingly feelings for punts always come off. So Grealish could be the highest scoring player this week.
Yeah, they are often random. And I haven't bought him in, so he probably will.
And then Frono says, I had Grealish for 10 weeks and got 1 return. That sounds like all of
Dominic
my players this year.
It's your Dominic Calvert-Lewin all over again, as.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Minter, Mateta, Sarr, Gordon. Honestly, the list goes on. It's yeah. No, this isn't.
Yeah, but when we both finish well, it'll be all right.
No, I hope so.
No, we will, we will.
Here's a rogue one I didn't mention. Shivam says Van Dijk as captain.
Well, Wolves won't score.
You got 6 points.
But surely we would expect the Liverpool attackers to get more than 6.
And is he going to get DEFCON? I mean, they might just lump the ball into the box, and because Konate's a doubt, isn't he? So
I don't think that they're going to be very. Surely he doesn't get DEFCON against Wolves. What, are Wolves going to attack?
I think he might get DEFCON because I think Wolves are going to attack more than we might think. I think that, as I said earlier, the emotion of this game can do funny things to players. But I don't think I'd captain him.
Well, if they do attack, then surely that's just going to leave more space for
more goals.
and Verts.
This is it. I think there's a potential for a big haul from a Liverpool attacker, and
it's just which one. It better be Verts.
One.
He owes me big time.
It won't be Verts.
As I want it to be Verts. It'll be McAllister, you know that, don't you?
I actually think Verts has been very, very good lately. He's played really, really well. But my worry with him is width.
It's Verts.
It's width. It's width, Sam.
Look, all I know is
width. That's his problem.
He owes me big because I kept him way too long at the beginning. I lost money in that, man. He was the first problem of my team.
Oh, I'll tell you who I do like.
Since.
I'll tell you who I do like who's been mentioned in the chat.
As captain?
Well, maybe a bit much, but maybe if you want a free hit, Frimpong.
Mr. Money.
Right wing.
He doesn't half moan the other night. Very moany. Sub to sub. I don't hate it on a free hit. I would not bring him in to my team. But on a free hit, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't think you'd buy him, would you? Not with free games in a very low space time. If you're on a free hit, I love it though. I think he's a
on
a
free
really
hit. On a free hit, I think I'd go for him, Verts, and Ekatike.
Yeah, so would I.
Yeah.
Sanjay says, "As you being rude with width comment?" No, I'm saying he plays very wide. I realise I didn't actually clarify that. No, I'm saying when I watched him, he will look really, really good touches. You know, linking play really well.
Imagine if you were just saying that Verts is fat.
Just wide. But no, he plays. He's on the touchline at times, and the problem is they haven't got any width in the team because they haven't got Salah anymore. They haven't got Gakpo, so he's being asked to do a lot of the winger duties, and that worries me a little bit about his potential for points because you want him close to the box. Nothing to do with him being fat. He's not fat. You're
basically Pep.
Physical
is what
specimen.
We're saying now. You've been up there weighing them all, the Liverpool players, making sure, as Pep has been with his.
I loved Haaland's post. It's
I
like,
know.
phew, all okay.
It was all of the memes of just City players standing on scales, wasn't it? Over the last
he's
days,
actually
really.
very funny, Haaland, isn't he?
He
I sort of knew he was a bit of a character, but I didn't know how funny he was. But he is actually really good.
There's been some lovely wholesome content of him dressing up as Santa going to see kids.
Yeah, I know.
It's been lovely. Yeah,
I like him.
He's come across really nicely in the last few days. Yeah.
Yep. Tom Johnson says, will Thiago punish the 900,000 sellers? I hope so. You don't.
No, Thiago's just... He said to me, he's bored. He's had enough. He doesn't want to score any more goals. Doesn't want us to have any more points. So
any more? I've had any.
Well, he doesn't want you to have any
points. From him or
points.
anyone else.
He said he's had enough of giving people points. That's the end of it. He almost certainly will punish everyone, won't he? And Ekatike blank because that's how it goes.
Yeah. He is the penalty taker with 3 home games in the next 4.
Yeah, but Dango's not there to win the pens.
I know, but Is that really what we're saying is the only reason a player can get pens? Is that one player?
Well, that seems to be the case.
I know, but he was unlucky the other week. They actually won one, didn't they? Then they overturned it.
Yeah.
He was very, very poor against Wolves, but
Didn't even have a shot, did he?
0.01 XG
No.
or something.
Yeah,
something
and it's
ridiculous.
Wolves. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They had 7 shots and he had none of them.
If he didn't have 3 home games in the next 4, I would be selling him. But Bournemouth, Spurs, and Sunderland, I'm just surely he gets something across those games, even without pens. So I'm happy to keep him. I wanted to keep him, and I managed to find a way to keep him. And yeah, let's see how that goes. I'm going to take 3 more questions. Then I'm going to get back to my board game. I hope Yelena is.
What are
listening
you
to this.
playing?
We're playing a game called Unmatched.
Okay.
And
So
it's
what is it? The inverse of Twitter? Not Twitter. Tinder?
Yeah, very good. No, it's a Yels isn't a big fan of board games, and she said she would humour me this Christmas. So it's like a nerdy game where you play as different. Each game is a different sets, and they've all got different characters. So we're playing as the Invisible Man versus Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
But there's other characters combinations like Robin Hood versus Bigfoot. There's like Marvel versions of different things, and you fight each other on a board game. I
like the sound of that. We love a board game in our house. Maybe we'll bring a game down with us.
Yeah, well, we can play
Make
this
Yels
one.
play it.
You can play it 4 players as well.
Yeah, but there's 6 of us. We have the kids with us.
They can watch.
We got the Traitors game for Christmas. We'll bring that with us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we definitely play that.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, 3 more questions. Let's go. What should we take? God, click on this one. It's from your bloody husband. Should I play Gahey or O'Reilly?
Do we decide to? I'm playing O'Reilly. Actually, I'm playing both of them. I can't decide whether to play O'Reilly or whether to play Gahey or whether to play Van der Ven, because I do think we'll score. We always score, and they look awful at the minute, don't they, Palace? Like they've been really struggling. They look knackered. But so then it's just which one does Gahey or Van der Ven score from a set piece?
I actually think both concede. I do too.
Week. I don't think there's a clean sheet for either. So
do you go? Do you go Gahey, who's definitely going to get DEFCON, or do you go O'Reilly, who's got more attacking threat?
Well, hang on. You think O'Reilly will concede?
I think he will. Yeah, I think they will. I think Forest will score.
Who from Forest is going to score? Jesus. I think O'Reilly gets a cleanie.
Yeah, maybe. I was impressed with Hutchinson as well. He was the one player I thought in that game who actually looked quite good.
Have you just changed your drink?
Yes, Negroni now.
Okay, good. I think O'Reilly keeps a clean sheet. I think City win that game comfortably.
You go O'Reilly then.
So I'd play O'Reilly of the 2. Yeah.
I think I would as well.
But I'm bound to be wrong. So and then he'll just moan at me for being wrong. It'll be my fault.
I think I'd go O'Reilly because it's a slightly better game on paper. He's got more attacking threat, and he takes some corners as well, doesn't he? There's a few set pieces there. Yeah. I think just you could play again. These are really difficult questions to answer because it's so close between them. But I think I would just lead for O'Reilly. Also, it's Lee, so if we could just tell him the wrong one, then we can both try and catch him up a bit. That'd be nice.
Yeah, he's annoyingly doing well again at the minute.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think he's got like 6 green arrows in a row or something. It's really annoying.
It's not really on.
No, I know.
JMOA48, would you keep or sell Voltamada? If you would sell, who for? Motekatike. I think I'd keep him this week. Against United? Manchester? What? Sorry, I've got to stop calling them United. I know it really irritates Newcastle fans.
I know, but they are United. If I say United, I always mean the same as you've just done.
Yeah, but it annoys people.
Bowen. Love Bowen.
You do love Bowen. Would you sell Voltamada for Bowen this week?
I think I would. Newcastle away aren't as good as they are at home. West Ham are just poor, but Bowen is good.
I think the problem with Voltamada is, look at the last 3 games, it's 70 minutes in each game.
And Wissa's going to get a start at some point.
He's going to get... I don't think he starts this one tonight, but he will start at some point. Not when Voltamada just scored 2 goals. I don't think so. Then which case, then we're saying that Wissa's going to get the start against
Burnley next week. So then there's
Yeah.
definitely all the more reason to sell Voltemada.
Yeah, but you could just do it next week.
You could. Well, if you've got a free transfer this week, I would do Bowen in this week and have Bowen for Fulham, Brighton, Wolves, Forest.
Oh, good. We're disagreeing again. Balance is restored. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you're not going to want to sell Voltemada ahead of Burnley, are you?
No, but if we're saying we don't think that he's going to start tonight against Man United, then
No, I think he will.
we're saying...
I think he will.
Then I think we are saying that Wissa will start next week.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that Wissa doesn't start one of these 3 games.
Yeah.
And why would you start Voltemada in 3 and then...
Yeah, good point. I mean, you are just getting rid of a headache. I mean, a lot of people sold him last week, and I was fully on board with that. And then he scores 2 goals against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Fulham at home, you get 90 minutes from Bowen.
With Bowen, unless he gets injured, that he is going to play every minute of all of these games because, quite frankly, they're so bad that there's no choice. Whereas with Voltemada, he could eat one of these games. Like, it would not hugely shock me to see the team sheet tonight and see Wissa there instead. And he's coming off on 70, regardless, maybe even 60 to give Wissa 30. I just think that's a headache. Every week you're going to be looking at the Newcastle sheet going, when's Wissa playing?
Sorry, doing what? Okay. Sell him.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. Sell him.
You just don't at me when it's wrong.
Yep. And I will. Right. One more question then. We will take it from... There's a lot of statements today from the chat, which is nice.
It's because we're getting close to deadlines. People are starting to...
Yeah, people are starting to get more sure of their moves.
People are also way ahead of us in the overall ranking, so they're thinking we'll just tell them what I'm doing now.
Okay, 3Dog says, do I get rid of Anderson or Onana for Cunha or Wirtz? I'm thinking Anderson to Cunha. Onana, as in the Villa
guy.
Why have you got him? Am I
What
missing something with Onana? Why?
When did you get him? What moment back in the season did we look at Onana and think, let's go there?
I mean, you sell Onana. I mean, I'm just looking at his points and his minutes. I mean, he got DEFCON against Man U. He scored against Brighton, but before that, no, you sell Onana.
Yeah, but would you sell him for Cunha or Wirtz? Because I think this goes back to the conversation that we had right at the beginning, which is that Wirtz has got the fixed... What's she saying?
She's singing the Rihanna song. She heard me say Onana, so she's...
Could she come here and sing it to everyone, please?
I think she's had her passion fruit martini and she's feeling a little bit.
Get her in. Let's get her singing to her the whole.
Oh, 3Dog's doubling down on Onana. He's got me 2 goals. I got him the week he scored. Notice he was good for DEFCON. Whoa.
Okay, so hang on. So we must have got him for game week 9.
Yeah.
So we watched them lose to Liverpool, and then thought, I know what I'll do. That is brilliant, by the way.
Do you know what? Do you know what, 3Dog? If you looked at Onana getting 15 minutes against Wolves, and then thought, yeah, I want a bit of that, and then you got him in for his 0.17 XG goal against Brighton, this is why I'm doing so bloody terribly this year.
Well, I think it's still the point still remains that if you're going to have a Villa player, it should be Morgan Rogers and not Onana. So you sell Onana, yes. I think you go Wirtz this week and Cunha next, and you use that spot as the place that you chase the points because it's Wolves for both of them. So you get Wolves for Wirtz, and then you get Wolves again for Cunha.
I like the cut of your jib, Sam Bonfield.
I don't mind yours either.
No, I like that. I think that's good.
I think makes sense.
It's funny how you get attached to players. If you bring in a player like Onana and he scores, you're very reluctant to sell him. But look at the facts. He doesn't play 90 minutes every game. His DEFCON potential is... He's doing all right for it, clearly. But if you're not getting the minutes, you're running the risk of getting the DEFCON. And if you are getting him for the DEFCON, well, Anderson is the best midfielder in the game for getting DEFCON. So
yeah, who you've got anyway.
You're selling the best one instead of the one who's maybe all right, but not as good. I just don't know. I would definitely sell Onana. If you can do Onana to Verts, that has got to be one of the biggest upgrades.
He's got
I think you
8
could do.
DEFCONs this season. So he's got them in 4 games. And he started 10. So in 40% of games, he's got DEFCON.
Three Dog says he'll be on my bench every week.
Yeah, but Anderson can be on your bench every week. Because wasn't the question to sell Onana or Anderson?
Yeah. Yeah, that was what the question was. I would definitely sell Onana.
So because Anderson's got 20 DEFCON so far. So he's basically got them in 10 of his 17 starts. So his record is better. He's getting them more often. So on that basis, given they're your 5th midfielder and the one you're going to bench most weeks, you have Anderson, because he's the one that's going to most likely
he's not
bring
even
points
that
off
much
the bench
more.
if you need it.
He's 5'3" to 4'8". Anderson, keep.
Yeah, it's 0.5. So if you can afford the 0.5, then you do Onana out.
Cool. Three Dogs on our side now. Thanks, guys, for all about the 1.5. When Onana scores this week, Three Dog, I can only apologise.
Because we've gone in on him.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but it's Chelsea and then it's Arsenal.
Silent Cappuccino, great name. Bruno Tacuna, -4.
I think you have to take the -4 for Bruno. Because the reality is that you probably don't I was in that position, right? I don't really have the bench to cover it out. So you have to realistically take the 4 because you need it. Now, for me, the question is, do you go straight to Cunha or do you try and manipulate points, which is what I'm trying to do by going Verts first. So my thought process is I go Verts for this one, I go Cunha for the next one, and then I go to Rodgers.
One thing I will say is if you do have exact funds, I'm pretty sure Cunha's going up either tonight or tomorrow, and Verts is not. So
But that would just make them the same price.
No, they are the same price now, aren't they? Oh no, Verts is 8.
No.
Yeah, Verts.
So that would just make them level.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Verts to Cunha. Yeah, that's what I do.
So
I
do Cunha this week, Verts next week, and then to Rodgers after that. That's my plan.
Yep.
Come and join me on the fun train. Choo choo. Let's hope nobody else gets injured.
Wolfman Voldemort to Bowen worth a hit. We talked about doing it for free. I don't think I'd do it for a hit.
I don't think I'd do that for a hit because that means Bowen's got to score twice and Voldemort's got to get nothing.
Yeah.
So I think I'd leave that one and do that one next week.
Free, yes. Hit, no. And the final question we're going to take today is from Lars Damhus. Will Richards play? Thinking about a transfer to Vandenberg, Coyote, or even Fofana?
There's 2 mentions for Fofana in this stream.
Didn't Richards get stretchered off?
Did you see it?
No.
It was grim. There was blood everywhere. He's got stitches.
Well, he's
in
not
his
going to play then,
ankle. And it's like in the bit of his ankle. I was thinking, can I get my leg that high to show you? And I don't think it's appropriate, so I won't. But like if that was your foot and this was your leg, it's like here. So, and there was blood everywhere, and they were having to
oh my God,
mop it up. It was grim. So
no, he's not playing, is he?
They're not got my. I don't think so.
Well, you'd say not only is he not going to play this one, surely he's going to miss the next couple.
Surely you can't play with stitches in your like when you run, your ankles are like it's going to be painful. No,
I would do Vandenberg then.
They also don't keep clean sheets either at the minute. Since Munoz has got injured, they've not been great.
I'd do Keane if I could afford him.
I would too.
I haven't really spoken about Everton.
Not much difference in these prices, is there? Let's have a look.
If you've only got exact funds, I think out of those you go for Vandenberg. But if you can stretch up to Keane, then I would.
Well, hang on a minute. How much is Richards right now?
He's
4, you might not have
4, 5, 4, 6.
4.6, but I suppose you might only have 4.5 in him depending on when you bought him. Keane's 4.7, so realistically you've only got to have 0.2. I like Keane as well. If I didn't have Keane, I think I'd just go Vandenberg.
Yeah.
Or just can you bench Richards this week? But you are right. The game's come so fast that if he can't play this one,
I just get rid of him. I just think he's not going to play. And
the next one's Tuesday, isn't it?
And you get Van der Bergen with 3 home games the next 4. I think just do it.
When does he play? Sunday, Thursday. Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. I mean, if you've got stitches in your foot, you're not.
No, he's not. If he misses this one, he's missing all 3.
Yeah, I think probably you're right, Dr. Az.
Thank you. Lovely stuff. That's it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Do you know what, Sam? I was a bit aggy that you wanted to do this one. Not aggy, but a bit, do I have to... But I really enjoyed it. It's been really nice.
It's nice to chat to me. See, I'm quite fun to chat to sometimes.
You are very fun to chat to.
Yes. Sometimes. And now you get to see me. I'm coming down to see you. I'm so excited.
I know.
So you get 2 whole days of me.
I know. Gonna have lots of fun.
What
lots of
could you
board
want?
games. Yells will be there
yes.
going, no, not a board game.
The kids love a board game. We'll pack the car up with a load of them.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I was be like... Oh.
And you have to be in host mode because you've got to be at ours, so she's going to have to get involved in it. Absolutely fine.
And the kids are most excited. Do you know what they're most excited about?
Oh, mock me for Chris Wood.
Well, Max will definitely do that, I'm afraid. Whatever happens, that will definitely happen. No, they're most excited to see Ralph. We watched Giles's video this morning.
Oh, wow.
We watched Giles's video this morning and they were like, look, it's Ralph. Every time Ralph appeared. And I was like, you can give him a little hug next week.
He's wearing a bow tie today.
Can he please wear the bow tie on Monday?
Yeah, we'll dress him up.
Yeah, dress him up. We turn up and there's just a dog fully dressed in a
tuxedo and a bow tie. Yeah.
Oh, that'll make the kids' day. Can't promise that my husband will be excited about it, but my kids will.
That's all we care about.
Yeah, we'll see what happens because we might have given Lee terrible advice and then he won't be speaking to either of us.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, here he is. Here's his bow tie.
He's wearing a bow tie. Hello, Ralph.
This is Ralph. Look at him. Look at how handsome he is.
He's like, what the hell have you done here? Why am I on this telly?
Hello, everyone.
The best thing about this is that Lee did say he was going to put us on the screen, and if he's done this, then Evie will now have full view of Ralph. I love him.
He's made himself comfortable.
Right then. See you Monday.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, everyone. Sam, I'll see you on Monday. Thank you all for tuning in. Good luck in Game Week 18. I hope it all goes well for everyone who's captaining TK. And Sam and I will be back next week.
See you later, guys.
See ya.